your responses. Of course, we will be sampling your feedback as we go along on the show. For now, though, I do want to welcome my guest, that is Daniel Ogechi. Very warm welcome, Daniel. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Marika, for welcoming me.
All right. So as I would like to, of course, tell our viewers, you are the marketing director of the Kaskazi Hotel in Diani, and we want to talk a little bit about tourism and this particular terror attack and what the expectations may be from businesses such as yours when it comes to the impact that this sort of event can have on the continuing trickling in of tourists. What do you have to say about it?
In terms of tourism, the government had taken a very good step in ensuring that there is enough security. And for the first time, the security agencies have worked very hard and tirelessly to ensure that the country returns back its glory. And now we are expecting more business because there is no problem at all to fear about. Terrorism is a global problem, and all the countries that have been affected, they bounce back as strong as Kenyans are doing the same. And business are at normal. I passed there in the morning at Dusi2, and I was going to the German embassy. Things are normal. People are working and everything is okay. So I will tell the people, or the Kenyans, that they need not to worry. The government is in control and security is good for us.
Okay, so what you've observed so far is that you don't expect it to have any dire consequence on the numbers. Of course, yes, we did just see NASA leader Raila Odinga as well as Kalonzo Musyoka say that, they're urging the international community not to issue travel advisories and to keep positive, and that it is a secure area, we are fine and everything is under control. Do you think that, that individual tourist who is seeing this coverage on the news, do you think the impact on their travel plans would be mammoth?
With the international media houses are the ones who are making the people to fear. But if you look at the local media house, they were covering the event effectively and professionally. So the tourists, the international tourist who is just seeing the international media, we appeal to international media to stop, just circulating images that are not good for our country. So we tell them to tread cautiously in showing those images so that we can be able to get more tourists. We want to assure the international market that we really have the safer country, and they are most welcome because there is no cause for alarm, there is enough security, and they have seen for the first time the response of the security agencies. It was of high notch. So that means we have the trust and that the government is taking control. And even in Mombasa, you saw the SCS for internal security. It was in Mombasa. He promised people that now security will be beefed up for all those magas and everybody around who is just joking around with the lives of businessmen. He'll ensure that security is paramount.
Okay, and very recently we had this report from the Tourism Ministry talking about the increase in revenues from tourism comparing 2017 to 2018. We have seen an increase of 31.2%. As of last year, the earnings grew to 157 billion. So it's definitely had a very positive outlook thus far. Do you think there's certain factors, aside from this security situation, that we still need to pay attention to when it comes to the touristic appeal of Kenya?
The numbers, as the projection from the ministry, I believe that this year we'll do more business than last year because there's more confidence in security, in terms of security. And also, I come from South Coast. I come from Kaskazi Beach Hotel, where there was a low business, but now they are picking up. It is January, and we are about 40–50%. That means the number is growing up. So there is nothing for tourism sector to worry about because I know the numbers will increase more numbers. As for now, trust me, things are very well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, of course, you being on the ground there, being a part of this hotel, being a part of the scene, that the day-to-day movements of people coming in and out, people would expect that after the boom in December of all the holiday period visitors and things like that, January might not be as busy. But do you see that a lot of people are choosing now to extend their holidays, or rather to take it instead during these off-peak times?
Yeah, they are extending the holidays because they know most of the time during December it's a peak season, and a lot of people are coming down. But the holiday makers, they are just coming down to relax. You know, it's sometimes it's a winter season in a international market, so they come here to relax and enjoy the serenity of our country.
So you particularly, what country do you see majority of tourists coming in from when you know, in your hotel, for instance, in Diani? Where do you see majority of tourists pouring in from? Which areas around the world?
We are getting tourists from US market, UK, and Scandinavian countries, and even United Arab Emirates countries. Yeah.
Okay. Now, after this period, and we've seen this attack happen, and we've seen all the repercussions, like you say, you still have faith that the security is there, we are fine, there's nothing to be worried about. But have you noted any cancellations coming in these past 2 days?
No, there's no cancellation. And that is something surprising, that there's no cancellation at all. Because even the international markets, they are just watching, they are seeing what's happening on the ground. And the way the government acted swiftly, things are just normal, and there's no cancellation at the moment.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. And, you know, as for your future predictions for 2019, you've said you're expecting better revenues. What is the next is the next point of time that you think you will have the majority of numbers coming in? What is that time? Is it Easter? Is it before that, Valentine's? What do you see going to, which time are you looking forward to at this particular point to see a great hike in the number of visitors?
It's from Easter, going to August, July, August, and October, November. There will be good business. And like, for example, Kaskazi, we are going to ITB in Berlin to exhibit what we are offering in our hotel. So Kaskazi Hotel is represented, and I'll be there, just ensuring that we get more numbers. And we are targeting Germany, Italy, UK, US, Scandinavian countries, so that we get more numbers.
Okay. And, you know, as we talk about you getting more numbers, we look at the points that you're looking forward to, getting more and more people here. Security measures within your specific hotel, for instance, and those around you, what are the basics that you have in place? Yes, you have perhaps, you know, people at the entrance scanning. What are the measures that you ensure you as a hotel take that people are comfortable and know this place is heavily guarded?
Yeah, for example, when the guests are checking in, or the local people are just coming to the hotel to use the hotel facility, they are checked at the barrier gate, whereby they are checked and ensuring that they adhere to the security regulations at the gate, so that we can create confidence to our customers that we really take care of their security. The security is our first priority, to ensure that whoever is coming to Kaskazi Beach Hotel, he has to, security is guaranteed.
Okay. And another thing that has been a point of conversation is that the watchmen that we have at the barriers, at the entrances of hotels and malls and all these places, should they be armed? What is your take on that as somebody working within the hotel sector there?
Yeah, they should be armed, because they are the first people to notify any funny character. So I wish if the government will listen to us and at least give them firearms, so that when they detect anything, they are able to stop it. Like what you saw at Dusi 2 complex. Those armed terrorists were just coming in, firing. If those security guards were having some firearms, they could have reduced the number of people who died at that complex. So it's very important for the government to look into that and ensure that they are given firearms, so that we can guarantee every Kenyan security. And even our customers, especially in our hotel, if we get one or two, at least the firm should have professional, trained people to use firearms. That will enable us also to get more numbers, because the guests who are coming there, they are guaranteed security.
Okay, so even as we wind up this, you say that you are for the watchmen and the security at the entrances to be armed, and you think that is a good idea. Just as we wrap up, then, your final thoughts on how you feel like this particular attack will influence, the coming days for tourists and for the tourism sector. Any last words you have on this particular issue?
This attack was a wake-up call for our country to make sure that they enhance security in all our border points, in all our installation, and all our buildings, all government installations, so that they can be aware that the security is achieved. And for example, that was a very good issue for us to know that security is something that we should take serious, because without security, even the business, we can't run our business. So it means a lot to have good security in our country.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Many, many thanks, Daniel, for joining us on Business Today.
Thank you so much, Malika, for welcoming me and hosting me in your studio.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Well, that was Daniel Ogechi. He is the Kaskazi Hotel Diani Marketing Director. And like he said, he is not expecting that these numbers of tourists coming in should decline. They've had no cancellations so far, even after the attack. And an optimistic view there from Daniel, even when it comes to the security measures that were taken following that heinous attack at the Dusit complex. But moving away from that conversation now, I want to draw your attention to some business news coming in from the telecommunications sector. And when we talk about Telkom, we have seen them expanding their network. I want to now draw your attention to these particular points. They are expanding their network coverage and capacity to dedicate 1 billion Kenya shillings to this expansion is what they have done. And it will see Telkom improve its quality of service. They say the expansion and network improvements will see Telkom deliver a value-compelling alternative to Kenyan consumers. So they have definitely had a mammoth investment, there 1 billion shillings into the expanding of their particular services. And what the details of that are and what that entails, we will be keeping you up to date as it goes along. All right, and I do want to remind you once again of our Twitter poll question. When it comes to insuring your business as a business owner, what are some of the reasons that, prevent you from going ahead and doing that? Let us know on Twitter.